Good morning class 11, welcome back. So we were in chapter number 2, relations and functions. In the previous class we discussed what a function is, how a relation turns out to be a function. Today we will discuss certain points like what is a real valued function. For any function f of x, if the range is either R capital R stands for set of real numbers, or a subset of R, then f is a real valued function. See, real valued, to produce real value. A function f of x, when we substitute different values of x, all the values of f of x, they should be a subset of set of real numbers, or it can be the entire set of real numbers. In that case, we call f as a real valued function. Now, what is a real function? If both the domain and range of f are either R or subsets of R, then we say that f is a real function. Okay, matlab, suppose x is a subset of R. X is any set which is subset of R. Now you can have a function f such that x maps R. So domain is a subset of real numbers and this range is either R or subset of R. Now this is a real function. This is a real function. It can also be like function g such that x maps y. What is y? Y is a subset of R. X is also a subset of R. This is also a real function. So keep this in mind. Real valued function and real function. In real valued function, very simple. The value of the function f of x, the magnitude of f of x will be a real number. When will be a real number? The entire set of images will be R or subset of R. Whereas what happens if we have domain and range both either R or subsets of R, then we say it is a real function. Next thing, the most important thing, algebra of functions. Algebra of functions. Let f of x and g of x be any two real functions. F and g are any two real functions. Then f of x plus g of x, that is f plus g of x, will also be a real function. Okay, it will also be a real function. Second, f of x minus g of x, subtraction, that is f minus g of x, will also be a real function. Their product, f of x into g of x, which can also be written as f into g of x, will also be a real function. Fourth point, their ratio, f of x divided by g of x, that is f of x upon g of x, which can also be written as upon g of x will also be a real function if and only if there is a condition. See, it is in the form of ratio. It's a rational number, p upon q. So whenever we define a rational number, we say that the denominator should not be 0. So here g of x should not be 0. It means in the set of images, yeah, the range of g of x should not have the element 0. क्योंकि अगर वो 0 हो जाएगा तो this rational number will be undefined. Got it, children? You can take many examples. Many examples can be taken to demonstrate it. So this is algebra of functions. The sum of two real functions, the difference of two real functions, the product of two real functions will always be a real function. Even the ratio of two real functions will be a real function if and only if the function in the denominator is not 0 for some particular value of the variable. Got it? So further we shall discuss in the next class. Till then, children, please go through the content that is given in NCERT. I hardly see anybody asking any doubt. See, if you are not asking a doubt, it means either you understand everything or you do not understand anything. So please come up with the doubts. Go through the content that is given in NCERT textbooks. There are many questions which we have to solve. See, this chapter is very important. You have to understand functions properly, because in 12th also we have functions, plus later on as you move, you will study many different functions. Chapter number 3, trigonometric functions. What trigonometry you studied in grade 10 is completely different. That was a ratio, identity. Now you will have trigonometric functions, and that too in the category of real functions. So please, once again I am saying, go through the content that is given in NCERT textbooks. If there is anything that you do not understand, come up with the doubts. Feel free to ask whatever your doubt is, because there is a lot that is to be discussed in this particular chapter. Many graphs, because I don't think you people have got very good aptitude when it comes to graphs and all, plotting the graph. You have not practiced them in your previous classes. So many things are left in this chapter which are to be discussed. Different graphs, different functions. Okay, so we'll discuss in the next class.